Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation on StarRescue, the design and evaluation of a turn-taking collaborative game for facilitating autistic children's social skills. My name is Rongqi. Autism Spectrum Disorder has been recognized as a type of neurodiversity. Individuals on the autism spectrum may navigate social situations uniquely, which influences their approach to communicating and collaborating. Therefore, supporting autistic children in developing social interaction skills has long been recognized as an essential topic, especially since these skills are vital in their daily and future professional lives. This is especially true for turn-taking skill as it involves interchangeable interactions with others and thus lays the foundation for forming sociality at children's early developmental stage. As technology develops, we have witnessed many digital interventions emerge and offer potential solutions for improving autistic children's social skills, including collaborative games. Here, I would like to briefly analyze two representative studies that proposed and embedded generally applicable collaboration models in their game designs. Firstly, Droste and his team proposed three key dimensions that help form collaboration among autistic children, which are joint performances, sharing for common goals, and mutual planning. The games they designed follow this model, though effective, were three separate games without a unifying narrative, which could make it hard to scale the game up and keep children engaged in the long run. After this, Silva and her team proposed a four-stage model to progressively guide autistic children with cognitive impairments to work together. Their model and game successfully introduced pairs of children to collaboration step by step, but didn't involve many complicated collaboration tasks as it was for autistic children with cognitive impairments specifically. So their game might not be the best fit for children who are on the other side of the spectrum. Based on existing digital intervention solutions, our study aims to understand how to design a collaborative game to scaffold sharing and mutual planning for autistic children without cognitive impairment. To answer this question, we integrated existing collaboration models and designed a turn-taking collaborative tablet game called StarRescue. Our evaluation of StarRescue with autistic children not only confirmed its great potential, but also uncovered several design implications for future games and research aimed at improving their social collaboration skills. StarRescue is a turn-taking based two-player tablet game designed to facilitate social interactions among autistic children. It is designed to enhance collaboration by encouraging sharing and joint planning, progressively guiding the pair to work together across its four levels. Each child first practices on their own to familiarize themselves with the game and learn when and how to perform their own turn at the tutorial level. Then, level 1 pairs two players together, where each of them controls half of the screen and take turns navigating the ball. While they pass the ball and hit monsters in turns, they recognize one's unique role in the game and are encouraged to strategize on how to bounce the ball to hit all monsters efficiently. Level 2 raises the difficulty of collaboration by introducing moving monsters and assigning unique superpowers to each child. Specifically, to eliminate a moving monster, the pair needs one child to freeze it and stop it from moving, and then the other child to burn it within a certain time limit. This process encourages the pair to bring one's unique skill to the collaboration process and plan when and how to apply these unique skills. In Level 3, children enter a more open environment and have both superpowers. The pair learn how to divide their shared tasks and develop their own collaboration strategy when outside restrictions no longer exist. Upon completing each level, the team will be rewarded with a number of diamonds that are proportional to their performance. Children are encouraged to collectively manage these shared diamonds, figuring out how to spend them for their spaceship decoration. To evaluate StarRescue's effectiveness and usability, we conducted an in-lab between-subject study. The study involved a total of 32 autistic children, with 20 in the experiment group playing StarRescue for 3 consecutive days and 12 in the control group who did not engage in any intervention. We measured their social and motor skill improvements in pre- and post-test. We also logged their game session data, took observation notes during the gameplay, and asked their parents open-ended survey questions. Our study results showed that StarRescue facilitated children's performance in the theory of mind test and the real-world hand-eye coordination task, while simply repeating these tests did not lead to statistical differences. The experiment group also resulted in more improvements in fine motor skills compared to the control group, which is an encouraging side effect. Also, from the logged gameplay data on superpower usage, we interpret that children in half of the teams equally engaged in their level 3 collaboration during the last study session. In level 3, since each player was offered both burning and freezing superpowers, the pair needed to jointly decide their role and allocate tasks. This result showed that children from 5 of the 10 teams can collaborate with each other in an equal way, even when the outside restrictions no longer exist. Now that we have seen the big picture of StarRescue's potential in helping children develop social and collaboration skills from the quantitative data, let's check out qualitative results for some nuanced observations on children's progress. Over 3 gameplay sessions, we observed significant progress in how children work towards shared goals. In the initial session, many children did not care about their peers' performances. For example, when one of them lost focus, the other often ignored them or took over their roles to fulfill the turn-taking tasks. When such circumstances happen, parents and researchers would inform children that they were not handling issues in an appropriate way and would remind them of more acceptable behaviors. As a result, children learn that they are interdependent and that they need to team up to succeed at the game levels. This is when we started observing more verbal reminders, appreciation, and body language. We also found that most children showed an increasing ability to negotiate and plan with each other. For example, children discussed which superpower each person should use at the beginning of level 3. They also gradually learned how to manually plan and purchase their spaceship decoration together within the reward system. This planning skill even extends outside of the game. Parents of P7 and P20 told us that they surprisingly heard their children trying to allocate different tasks and roles to other children when they were playing outdoors. This implies the potential of transferring autistic children's skills gained from games to real-life practices. In addition to children's interactions with the StarRescue game, we also observed interesting impacts that parents as spectators had on their children's game performances. Our study found 2 distinct types of parental spectators. The first type is active observers. These parents closely watch their children play, offering encouragement and feedback, which notably boosted the children's confidence in the gameplay. The second type of parents, on the other hand, observed more quietly and stayed distanced. However, their presence was still impactful as we observed their children often actively sharing their success with their parents to seek recognition. Overall, whether through active participation or passive presence, parental involvement proved to be a positive influence on children's gaming experience, enhancing their in-game performance and confidence. Our study also obtained other interesting quantitative and qualitative results, which are reported in these 5 subsections. We encourage you to read our paper for more details. Based on our study findings, we would like to share 3 design implications for future collaborative social games designed for autistic children. Firstly, cultivating interdependent relationships in collaborative play. We believe this increases children's awareness of collaborative tasks and make the team in maintaining close connections in the collaboration process. Secondly, rethinking the use of territory boundary design in raising children's awareness of shared ownership. Initially, clear boundary divisions help children understand their personal gameplay areas, preventing overreach into their teammates' space. However, as they became more skilled at collaborative play, these boundaries could be faded or removed to encourage verbal negotiations and social interactions. This gradual adaptation could guide children towards free and flexible collaboration, ultimately supporting the natural development of their social skills in more advanced gameplay scenarios. Thirdly, incorporating game elements to guide mutual planning. As we observed that children were motivated to talk during the gameplay, we envision adding conversation touchpoint features to further encourage them to discuss their thoughts with others. Besides, based on our interesting findings on parents' spectator roles, we propose future work to involve parents of autistic children and consider their unique assistive and accompanying spectator roles in both the game design stage and the evaluation stage, such as including game features that increase parental engagement and further understanding and optimizing parents' spectator roles in controlled experiments. The last point we would like to make in this presentation is respecting autistic children's choice of social interactions. We propose future work to promote communication acceptance in an inclusive and supportive environment rather than imposing one specific mode of communication and causing uncomfortable, pressured, and frustrating feelings or moments. For example, in StarRescue's level design, when the children are not ready to join their peers or start more complicated planning at higher levels, they are given sufficient opportunities to practice and prepare themselves until they feel comfortable doing so. Due to the time limitation, I won't be able to dive deep into all the discussion points we have made. I would highly encourage you to explore our paper to gain a deeper insight into these important areas that significantly contribute to the success and depth of our research. Thank you so much for your time listening. If you have any questions about our paper, please feel free to contact me, Rongqi Bei, at rbei@umich.edu.